Hello, ladies and gentlemen. A very warm welcome from Sashakt Empowering Lives. This is Rajni here, and I'm here with a video today to talk about a very very widely discussed topic, which is, does autism get worse with time? Lot of students ask me this question. Well, is my child's autism going to get worse with time? Yeah. So in medical terms, there is something known as progressive condition. Yeah. A progressive condition is something that is something that gets worse with time, like muscular dystrophy or some other condition where as time goes by, the condition worsens. Okay. That's called a progressive condition. So is autism also a progressive condition? Is it? Yeah, really? Now, to help you understand this, I want to bring to you an example. Okay? Now, imagine that there is house A and there is house B. Both the families A and B have a autistic child. Okay? We're just taking an example. So, Mr. Sharma's family also has a child. Mr. Verma's family also has a child. Now, let us say Mr. A's family is very conservative and Mr. B's family is contemporary. They are open to new learnings. They are open to understanding life in a different way. Both the families have a kid with autism. So Mr. A's family or Mr. Sharma's family, whatever you like to call, for the longest time ever, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, they don't accept that there is something not in sync or not in place or something not right about the way their child is growing up. They are not ready to agree. So the kid begins to grow up. Now, autism manifests itself in a couple of things. The main one, the most significant one, is language deficit. So even if the child begins to speak, they don't have the right language and they don't know how to put one word behind the other. So when that happens, as the child grows up, the needs go beyond just eat, food, drink, washroom, toilet, yeah, mummy, papa. Kid is growing, the needs are growing, the ability to communicate those needs and get them satisfied is not growing, right? So what is happening is increased amount of frustration is settling in there. Yeah, I'm just talking logic, right? The kid wants to say something, is not able to because does not know how to express that. Okay. So, Mr. Sharma's family, which is very conservative and for the longest time ever kept saying, kuch nahi hai, my kid has nothing, and did not provide timely intervention and did not learn autism specific parenting techniques. Mind you, both of them are equally important. For once, if you don't go for outside intervention, still it can be managed, because I have many students in the interiors of Manipur, Nagaland, where they don't have services. Okay, from Kufri, from interiors of Himachal, they don't have services. But if the parent is trained, still it can be handled. But imagine if there is no therapeutic intervention and if there is no training to the parent. Nothing. Now see what happens. The kid wants attention, the kid wants something, throws a tantrum, breaks something, gets badly beaten up, but gets the attention, because in beating also you're giving attention. So the kid doesn't feel like an object or like a stone kept somewhere and wants that attention over and over and over again. What does the kid do? The kid begins to throw that tantrum purposefully, even if he is not frustrated or she is not frustrated. See what we did? This kid was a zero behavior kid. Because we chose not to change the way of parenting because of our own conservatism, we kept on raising the kid in a way that was not coherent to the kid's way of growing up. In simpler words, we brought up the child in an autism not specific parenting style. Not autism specific parenting style, if I may say so. Now it becomes a habit with the kid, and the kid has wrapped you around his little finger by simply throwing the tantrum every now and every then. I have heard parents say, Initially, he used to tantrum less. Now, it is just another thing. Why that happened? You trained the kid to tantrum because you did not teach language. You did not teach how to communicate. Now, that has to be learnt by the parent first. Now, learning is not a big deal. If somebody is really keen on learning, in the description box below, there is the link to my weekly webinar. I do weekly webinars where I train parents because I know that is the only way forward. That is the only way forward. There isn't another one. Therapists will provide therapy and that's great. Now going back to the other example, B. Parents are progressive. Parents want to see the change. They admit, they accept. The first step is admitting there is something which is wrong. Okay. First step is that. So they admit it is not right. Something is not in place. Right? They accept it and then they try to find out the ways to correct it. Anyway, one thing is for sure. Autism cannot be peeled, snatched, removed or whatever ED you want to put, from your child's system. If he's born with it, he's going to live with it. But what can happen is your child can develop coping skills. So I hope this video was of value to you. Autism is not a progressive condition, but it's a very high maintenance condition. So to say, from the point of view, if you are not investing in your learning in the field, then it's a very high maintenance condition. If you are investing in your own learning and bringing up the kid in an autism specific manner, then it's just another thing. And your child can grow as healthy, as comfortable, as loving, as respectable as any other child and will be a contributing and productive adult in the society. So on that note, may each kid win. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel and come on in and join my workshop, my autism masterclass that happens every Friday 7 p.m. and we would be glad to help you help your kid with autism.